This is the KVJ after the show. Welcome to it. Adults only, please. How pissed off would you be if you spent 24 years in prison for a murder you did not commit?
Oh, my gosh.
You hear it all the time.
Dang. Luckily, it's getting better now with DNA testing and things like that. And I think there's a lot of scrutiny on locking people up. I'm one of those people that there are some people that, yes, they need to be behind bars because out in society they're going to continue to hurt, maim, and you just, unfortunately, they just can't be out amongst other people. But I believe that, and I don't know a number, but there's a large portion of people in American prisons right now that shouldn't be there. You know?
Are you talking more that, okay, for example, a thief? Should a thief not be in there, in your opinion? Or are you talking violent criminals?
Depends on what kind of a thievery. A lot of it has to do with the drug stuff. I'm one of those people that there are certain crimes where, yeah, they made a mistake. They did something dumb, but it's not something where they're really necessarily hurting anybody else that badly or at all.
Some guy that was doing cocaine got busted doing it on the side of the road when he's walking at a club or something.
Yeah, no.
He goes to jail. You don't think he should go to jail?
I think prisons should be used primarily for protecting the rest of society from somebody that just can't be amongst us.
Somebody who's violent, somebody who's criminal, somebody who's going to hurt other people.
Okay.
Rapists, pedophiles, murderers.
How about this? They work at a company and they are taking, for over years and years, they're stealing money. They're not a threat other than a financial threat, and they're only stealing money from the company. Do they go to jail?
No, we need another form, and I don't know what it is yet, but what I would develop is anybody who's like that, coming up with a system where they, in a sense, are working for the state, but they're doing something productive, something where they're not at their own to do whatever they want in life. They don't necessarily have the same joys. There is a lot of punishment involved with it. In a sense, they become a worker for the state. And they have to do things for other people, and it's just really nothing but a sentence of community service where that becomes your whole life. Instead of locking them up behind bars and doing this kind of stuff where they are not productive at all, they're just breathing and taking up space and being fed and sleeping.
What do you do if they don't comply with that? They go to jail then, right? Isn't that the same kind of...
If somebody keeps pushing it, yeah, but you give them to a point. And I would have to sit down and develop all this kind of stuff to say, okay, how are we going to do this? What are going to be the parameters on that? And I don't have my 18-point plan laid out.
Well, there's different levels of, going away.
I know there's house arrest, and then there's kind of like these country club prisons.
Yes, prison light, which a lot of those are financial people that did embezzle or steal.
I find a lot of those things to be silly. I'm like, you know what? Let's find a way. There are a lot of jobs and a lot of things that need to be done in our society. These people could do it. Let's find a way that we could get them plugged in so that they are doing something productive instead of doing something that's just unnecessary.
But isn't jail also there, or prison there, to try to prevent people from doing crimes as well? Don't rob a bank. You're going to go up the river.
Yeah, you lose a ton of your privileges. You definitely are now a certain class of citizen where you don't have the rights to come and go and do whatever it is you want. But let's try to find a way that, hey, you are a person that could be productive and could serve a purpose. Instead of us just paying for your hot meals and for a place to sleep and your electricity, then let's find a way to make you a productive person here in our society.
It'd have to be case by case, because there are going to be some people, no matter how hard you try to help them out, and we want you to do good for the community now, they're going to still mess up constantly, and they're still going to, they just can't stay straight.
It'd be a grouping, sure. And, if they mess up, and the thing is the way this would be structured is it'd be a way that they really don't have their hands in anything that they can go to screw up. It's not like they're going to go back to their regular job and live in their regular places and things like that, but I just like to see a place where we make these people more productive, and do something with them.
I think they make license plates.
Yeah, they can do more than that.
Yeah.
We can do more than that.
There's more manufacturing, maybe, that could be done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't know what the answer is. I'll start working on it, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got some spare time.
Come up with that
Do it
plan.
this holiday weekend.
Yeah,
It
my corrections reformation plan.
Sounds like it's going to be easy and not at all expensive.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take your complete thesis on Tuesday.
That's okay. Tuesday, huh?
Thesis, I like that. Or your mission statement.
I think it's one of those things in our society would totally, if you came up with a better system, and I don't think it'd be hard to do, it would transform society.
It ain't going to happen, though. You make too much money on prisons. Too much money.
Sure. Well, that's part of the problems. Maybe I need to run for office.
Uh-oh.
And maybe you need a running mate. Oh, yeah.
And when he says running mate, run from picking him.
Yeah.
I think, man, you could do some great things in this town.
I'm not saying president, and when you
No,
run
in
for
this
anything.
town. In
yeah,
this
but you don't
town.
have running mates for.
But you have people that are on your side, that's in your little cabinet locally. I want to be in your local
I don't
cabinet.
think like the mayor has a cabinet.
She got people. She absolutely got people in her little area that help her out. That are her side. She's not running this town by herself. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want in on that.
I do, but now you're
Yeah.
kind of being a dick somehow.
Okay. So what happens, Virginia?
That fell apart quickly.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to run against you now.
Oh.
Okay. What's your policies?
Oh,
What are you reforming?
More restaurants mean more money. Oh, yeah. You want some vending machines on the side of the road free of charge? Jaybird's going to get it for you.
Pot's no longer a misdemeanor. You're cool.
Uh-huh.
That's what they say. You're cool.
There'd be a lot of changes in these parts. Good changes.
Okay. Yeah, there was a convicted murderer that was declared innocent and set free this week. He spent more than 2 decades in a Pennsylvania prison. He's now 43 years old, so he's still got a lot of life ahead of him, but he just lost the last 24 years for a murder he did not commit.
Me and Denny's were talking about this. Imagine sitting in prison. It sucks that you've been, wrongfully accused and that you're in prison. But then to have people in your personal life not want to be around you. Let's say it was a sex crime with murder and you did not do that. There's going to be people that you love that will never, ever be on your side again.
They'll just say, you got convicted.
Yeah, you're
guilty.
Imagine sitting in prison thinking, holy shit, I'm in prison. All my loved ones think I'm guilty. And you had nothing to do with it.
That's horrible.
That is figgity fuck.
It is. Sucks, doesn't it? You imagine that? Messed up stuff. I saw this, too, a little bit about the death of Chris Cornell, a guy who had worked as a house engineer and one of their tour managers. He's basically been with Chris Cornell a lot over the last decade or so. He noticed some weird behavior from Chris, so much so that he called from the sound booth to the stage and said, "Is Chris all right?" He's like, he does not sound right. I've never heard him sound. His voice is all over the place. He seems like he is high, drunk.
Well, he called his wife.
Something.
When he talked to his wife that night, I think you guys saw that story.
Yeah.
She noticed something was off with him, too, and he had said he'd taken maybe a few more Ativan. Have you guys ever had Ativan? I had Ativan once. They gave it to me through a IV one time. That stuff hits you quick, man.
I don't know what that is.
It's like
What is it?
it's an anxiety drug relaxer. Takes away anxiety.
Yeah, this guy said that he seemed high and all effed up, but he wasn't depressed. In fact, during sound check, Chris Cornell was in good spirits.
Well, it's going to give you a buzz. It's going to do, and and I'm not saying that he did, but let's say he did snake a beer or two down his throat as well. It amplifies that stuff big time.
Yeah, they're waiting for the toxicology test to find out what had gone on. His wife had said, yeah, he was clean when he died. He'd apparently been off the substances for a while. But
here's the thing, though. You're not completely clean if you're on Ativan. Yeah, I get that it's prescribed from a doctor, but you're not sober. Ativan will fuck up it gives you a bit of a buzz. So you're not clean. You may be clean, Hollywood clean, by saying, okay, it's under a doctor's prescription.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you're completely clean.
And wouldn't you have to plan to do a song about death and dying as your last song ahead of time?
That could be coincidence because I thought they had done that in other shows.
yeah, they said
had
it was
they?
standard, that they had played. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could be to where he was taking Ativan and he wasn't able to handle his shit. Maybe he took 4 or 5 or 10. You don't know. And it hit him in a way where he was doing some bizarre shit. I can speak firsthand experience. When I was on medication when I was younger, I acted very bizarre on it. It hits people different.
Yeah.
And if you take more than recommended.
Well, I think even that, and there's, what was that stuff that your ex took that one
Ambien.
time? Ambien,
That shit will fuck you up.
Ambien is scary. Some people have no problems with it. They go right to bed. They're fine. But if you take Ambien and then for some reason you're still awake, you don't remember what you did, and people have been driving their cars around town. They hallucinate. They go through their neighborhood with no pants on.
Pretty sure Eminem was on had an Ambien problem, but he was taking them, I think, just for the ride.
Really? And staying awake?
People would do
On
that.
purpose?
People would do that because it would cause hallucinating. Some people like that trip.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's craziness.
I got enough crazy shit going on in my head. To where I got to take something to create more.
I want less voices.
Well, sadly, we're not going to have, obviously, any more Soundgarden tour. Ariana Grande has postponed the rest of her tour. But to make up for that, we got the Cash Me Outside girl that is going to be going on tour. And Fort Lauderdale is going to determine whether or not this is going to be a nationwide tour or not. And listen to what she's going to be doing. She's going to be going on stage. This is what the show is going to be.
I did not put this in the dirt because I care about Jason. I don't want to see that vein in his neck pop out.
I'm not going to,
But
what?
this was a story. I kept it out for you and your health.
For you, I'm just going to take a 2-minute timeout. You guys do your thing. I'm not going to even be a part of it.
Can we get some Ativan for this kid?
This is so amusing to me. Her show. What's she doing? And I was wondering, I'm like, when they're taking her on tour, what the hell is this girl going to do? She's going to be on stage lip syncing to her favorite songs and participating in an audience Q&A. I was like, that's what they're going to do? It's unbelievable. Oh my gosh. There's no way this is going to do well.
She's got millions and millions of followers on
I know,
social
but
media.
no, come
They're trying
on.
to figure out. There's 2 test markets, one here in Florida, one in
One in
Texas.
Fort Lauderdale. She's going to be July 8th, Fort Lauderdale, and the other one in Houston the next day.
If those do well,
No way.
they're going to turn it into a national
There's
tour.
no way. No way possible. And if it
Will
does,
people go?
No. There's no way.
Again, we are contributing to the evil of the world.
The freak factor.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of evil out there. It's hard to talk about something that's not evil.
No, she's up there.
Yeah. You're going to love this too. Her writer. She has one.
Oh, this is backstage. What you must provide, or Danielle's not going on.
This is so unbelievable.
Man, it's so bad though. It really is.
It's so fucked up that really you don't have to have legit talent anymore, and you get in these positions where you can command an audience. It's today's entertainment world.
And I get that I'm such a dime a dozen dude that's complaining about this shit, but honestly, fuck, man, this is terrible.
I know. It's unreal. To me, I think there's no way it succeeds, but I keep getting proven wrong by all these things. She's demanding 3 fidget spinners, 4 large Domino's pizzas, 5 white tank tops, also a 50-inch TV with the DVD player and Netflix, and a large fruit platter with no pineapples. Unbelievable.
It's not that crazy.
No.
I hate it so much.
She's got to stay in a hotel rated at least 4 stars, $3,000 for her security, and $750 per diem, I guess, just for spending cash. So, Fort Lauderdale, it's in your hands. It is. If it's successful here and in Houston, going nationwide.
Well, you're talking to your neighbors, too, because, any show in Fort Lauderdale does draw from the Palm Beaches.
Oh, I know. Talking to everybody.
We're talking to you, too, Pizzle.
Talking to everyone. Everyone, yeah. It's
Talking
in
to
your
the
hands.
Fopo. Everybody in South Florida, it's up to us. Do we want to see this girl go mainstream? If she does well in Fort Lauderdale, they will consider
your hands.
taking her.
If she does well, you know what? It's on y'all. It's on you, the people. You have done this.
How mad would you be if you found out I went?
I mean, look, there's a part of me that I get why people are interested.
Oh, my gosh. You know what? If we come July, if we could get a ticket, Sudden Death Loser has to go to the show.
No, because half the fucking show likes her. Both of you two.
I don't want to go.
You guys are always talking
Sudden
about
Death
her.
Loser has to go to the Cash Me Outside show, and they have to ask one question in the Q&A. That'd be great to have a video of Jaybird asking her a question during the Q&A.
I would be so mad the night before.
And we write the question.
I'm like, Dennis, tomorrow we got to go down to Fort Lauderdale, interview the Catch Me. No, how?
God, this would be so fantastic. We got to make this happen. Jaybird asking the Cash Me Outside girl a question. Serious question.
'Cause I will get into
it can't
it
be
with
mouthy.
her.
It's got to be like serious. He's got to come off like,
like a
and it's got to
fan.
start with, I'm such a huge fan of your work.
It's everything that's wrong.
I'm so happy I caught you inside.
Yeah, that's funny.
God, we can write the worst question ever.
Yes. You have an opener. You have a middle, a
That'd
body,
be fantastic.
an end.
At that
Oh,
point,
it'd be
I
fantastic.
too am part of the problem.
That'd be
And I am
fantastic.
part of it.
And he has to wear a tank top that says Cash Me Outside.
Oh, yeah,
How
with
about
her
that?
face on it.
Yeah. On the back, how about that?
And then you guys have to light my feet on fire. Let's just keep making it even worse.
We've already done that.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. This is about the only thing we haven't done to you.
Third-degree burns.
The fire's nothing compared to this.
This is the only thing left.
He'd rather walk back on coals.
It's just she's so awful
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
not nice.
Yeah.
And no talent.
Yeah. yes.
At least Hilton had a song that was okay.
She's a big Paris Hilton fan.
Shocking.
That's one of the things on that Netflix DVD TV setup.
Yeah.
She wants to have House of Wax ready to go, the Paris Hilton movie.
Oh, she does she? Well, good for her. Unbelievable. Something that apparently is horrible. You probably could have seen this coming. I didn't read any of the comments. I just saw the line that said that the reaction to the Dirty Dancing remake on ABC is horrible.
It was terrible. Yeah, I saw a couple clips of it.
Apparently, there's no chemistry. People on Twitter were destroying the show.
They're changing up some sort of like the storylines of what they were. Yeah.
I mean, the reviews on are
It
atrocious.
was bad. This doesn't last a year.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Why not just do a show and not call it Dirty Dancing? I know what you're saying. You've got the name recognition, but just come up with something. Breaking Bad didn't have to do anything like that. They just made good product.
Right. Yeah. I think they just, I think sometimes they lazily lean on a marketable name that people know because they know that alone will bring people in. But then sometimes, yeah.
If they don't execute it, people are out real quick. You got to execute it, and they didn't.
You'll get people's attention one time. That's why it's going to fail because they have one shot to get people in because, okay, let's give it a chance. And they won't come back again. It's kind of like a restaurant. You know, when they do an opening of a restaurant, sometimes they rush it and they open too soon and they're not ready. You're better off waiting, pushing it off until you're completely ready because you go and you get awful food. That's why they do those soft openings.
Yeah.
Where they do a night where everything's free and they test the service and all that kind of stuff because if that's really your opening night, you're going to get bad word of mouth and no one's going to come back.
It's true.
It's a big deal. Somebody said, hey, just to let you know, we mentioned, where's Mike Myers? Today's his birthday. Jeff said, yeah, he's hosting the new Gong Show reboot as Tommy Maitland. I guess he's going by, he can't ever be Mike Myers. He's always got to be a character. So he's going to play the role of Tommy Maitland.
I just saw an article. You ever see these articles where you say, this is why Hollywood will not hire Mike Myers again? You never can, completely believe it.
Who the hell's Tommy Maitland?
He can't do, I guess he just, himself, he knows he's not interesting maybe as Mike Myers, so he's always got to be a character.
They zoned it back to that. He did like back-to-back movies where he dressed up as a character.
He
and
did
it was
the Love
after
Guru.
The
was
Guru,
one of
and I
them,
thought there
yeah.
was one other one, but he dressed up.
Zoltar or something?
Or I think that was
Sandler.
Yeah, Meet the Zohan or
Yeah.
Go Zohan or
Yeah, but I remember Love Guru was one of Mike Myers that just and people were just everything was so shticky. Like his characters were just like so over the top. I think after a while, like I just want to see, a lot of times actors will do kind of like a palate cleanser. They'll throw themselves into a role.
Jim Carrey's good at doing that.
Yeah, to challenge themselves. Comedic actors do that, especially it seems like very well now. Jamie Foxx can do that, and the really good ones, Tom Hanks, they can, and that's what it is. It's a palate cleanser. You never had a palate cleanser with Mike Myers, and I think that's why he fizzled out because and now he's back, but he's back as Tommy Maitland, and you're probably going to watch a little bit and be like, ugh.
It's almost like he has to do a role where he's like strangling hookers or something. Really kind of like, all right, he's dark.
You need a
is
dark
different.
role.
Strangling hookers.
Well, I mean,
Maybe you'll do that on the game show.
I'm just saying that's the palate cleanser you need.
Can you strangle hookers on the game show?
I don't know. Why
I mean,
not?
that was just an example.
Val Kilmer is telling Tom Cruise he's ready to go for Top Gun 2. He had that recent issue with the tongue cancer. And he said, hey, I know you saw the reports of that, but just to let you know, he wants back in.
Iceman?
Iceman. Yep.
Ooh, that's good.
Said he wants in. I think that's great.
That's right. Iceman, I am dangerous.
It's the most ridiculous line.
That's the most ridiculous scene ever. That whole
probably
scene.
top 5 most ridiculous scenes ever from a movie.
I
They
was
were
just-
supposed to be serious.
I wasn't sure if they were going to fight each other or blow each other. It was very like. That movie is so great. It's full of cheese. I
Yeah.
love it.
Uh-huh. And this revelation coming out from the president of Lucasfilm, he told Vanity Fair that the Star Wars 9 was supposed to be a Carrie Fisher movie, a Princess Leia.
Oh.
Harrison Ford was a focus in 7. Mark Hamill's going to be the focus of 8. And Leia was supposed to be the focus of 9.
Dang.
So, yeah, I know. I just kind of, if you're a Star Wars fan, saddens the loss.
Well, maybe they'll
of
make the
Carrie
focus
Fisher.
on Chewbacca now. I don't know.
Chewie would love it. Somebody sent an email, too, about the Spider-Man summary, just if you want to catch up real quick. They put out the trailer of the new Spider-Man movie, and it was like the #1 trending thing today. It's huge. It's
People
blowing
love
up.
it, man.
Yeah, they do. Short summary of it, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man was a mistake. Basically, Marvel's going bankrupt in the 90s. They sold the rights to Sony. That's where you got the Tobey Maguire one. Marvel started making money again and then made the Avengers. So they said, hey, Sony, let's get our guy back. And Sony said, nah, we got this. But there's a rule for copyrights that they have to make a movie in a certain time frame or the rights go back to Marvel. Doing a 4th Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire fell apart. So time was ticking and they had to make something or else they were going to lose the rights to the movie. So they made the Andrew Garfield movies that sucked really bad. Sony then went up to Marvel and said, yeah, you know what, we do need some help. So they're like, we got it. Now fans are freaking out because Marvel always does it right. These new ones are just going to be Spider-Man in high school. It's got a John Hughes feel. It's the way it's supposed to be. Spider-Man never was supposed to graduate high school in the comics.
Yeah, I guess Spider-Man, and I'm saying this without trying to piss off any dorks. I guess he was kind of not more like little kiddish. He wasn't dark and mysterious. He was kind of like a teenager, not bumbling through it, but discovering it and being a teenager.
Yeah. The only knock that I'm hearing right now is people have checked out the trailer. They said the Spider-Man suit is way too high tech. So apparently it's like all this new technology on it. Like, okay, where's he getting this? This kid's a high school student.
So, just reading the comments and hearing people talk, the new Spider-Man that was in that last Avengers movie, they say he's got the right tone for the Spider-Man.
Yeah, so people are liking that. People are very excited about it. That's why the trailer is blowing up. It's real big. They had a new Game of Thrones trailer, too. I don't know if you saw that one.
Virginia!
Yeah.
Game of Thrones!
Yeah. It was exciting stuff.
I'd rather get bit by a spider.
Oh, you would hate Thrones so
yeah.
Thrones is not my game.
As soon as you saw Dragon, you're like, oh, I'm done with this bullshit.
Dragon.
Dumb dragon.
Like, what? Let me see. Oh, quickly to go back to this. Somebody texted in when I was talking about the prison thing. They said, Kevin, you are out of your mind. Those financial crimes hurt people, too. I know they do. Didn't say anything about that. I just said, let's make those people be productive.
Work.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying get them off scot-free and be like going, walk away. No, not at all. Absolutely not.
Yeah, just you have to make sure that wherever they're working, they're not trying to scam that. Because if they scammed you once, who's to say they're going to scam you again?
Yep. Yeah, maybe we need to do different things, like tasing balls.
See, I think stuff like that would work.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do think
If I had that hanging over me, yeah.
You rape somebody, guess what? Your dick gets cut off. I mean, I'm sorry.
I love it.
I think if you rape
And
somebody,
they sew it to your forehead.
if it's proven that you totally did that rape and the evidence, everyone convicts you.
DNA.
Bye, Dickie. It's gone.
Bye, Dickie.
I love it.
And if you're a woman that does it, I don't know. Bye, clit. I don't know. What?
Did they tape that to your face too?
How do you do? I don't even know how you would do that. I guess you could do something.
You could.
You could probably. I'm sure there's ways you could sterilize or.
You could have cut off a clit.
I mean, I didn't mean to be so vulgar with that, but
He really went for it.
you just got to call it on both sides. If not,
They do it like it's a horrible thing that's done. Like in Africa, they call it female circumcision, and they're trying to stop it because it's like an ancient thing.
well, that's terrible
because
they're doing that to innocent people,
Right.
Because I'm just saying, if someone was doing something where they're raping,
couple of
rape chat.
I didn't mean for it to go that way.
got dark real quick.
Yeah, it did.
I'm sorry, Denny's, edit this part out. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me.
Got a couple ideas here. One, since Jaybird obviously hates the dirt of the day but loves it when Virginia raps, I figured you should have Virginia do the dirt in rap.
I don't hate the dirt of the day.
Okay.
I really hate the dirt. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do the dirt. I don't hate it.
It's Joe from Sebastian. Also got this from Monica. She said, my job is to drive around in the patrol car and enforce parking rules in a gated community. And I was going back and listening to a bit you guys used to do called Blind Luck. Kevin got the cayenne pepper and he was crying. His mouth was numb. Also, don't even get me started when Jaybird got the wasabi fish eyes. Had me in tears behind the wheel so much I let my foot off the brake and slowly pushed up into the curb.
Did you
Luckily,
write
it was 2 a.m.
Did she write herself a ticket?
It's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, the officer becomes the violation.
We got one of those that goes around our place, and if you got something wrong, you're getting a ticket, and they are looking for shit to be wrong.
That's so annoying.
It's so annoying.
She said, I think you guys should bring back blind luck, especially now that you got Suits and Denny's.
I'm all for that. I think blind luck is great. We were just getting to a point where everything Virginia was bringing in, it had to rhyme. And I don't think it has to rhyme.
No, it doesn't.
I like to rhyme it.
I know you do.
It makes me happy.
If you goat eye or rabbit thigh. What? I do like that bit, though. It's a fun bit.
All right, write that down. Goat eye, rabbit thigh.
Pansy, do you like that one or no?
I do like
Okay.
the blind luck. I think it's a good bit. It's fun. Your fate is in your hands.
All right.
Tomorrow.
I'll hit the grocery store.
I mean, but really, mate, it's got to count.
All right. I'll go to the grocery store. It's real gross.
Yeah, I know you got cats around. Don't you have like animal poop around and stuff?
We can't eat animal feces.
No. Can't do that.
Oh, my bad.
My bad. Talk about the animal stuff. You said that chick that got pulled into the water by that sea lion the other day. She got like sea lion rabies or something.
Yeah, they have her at the hospital now.
Oh my gosh!
They were saying if the sea lion breaks your skin with his teeth, and I guess he did.
They got a lot of bacteria like on their teeth and stuff.
Yes,
I heard
and
that-
it gets in your bloodstream, and it starts to make you sick. I guess she was starting to get sick.
But I think that's with a lot of animals. If you get bit and they break the skin, you got to go get that checked out.
Yeah, I mean even like people.
Yeah.
You got bit by a human.
Oh,
yeah.
I would rather get bit by animals than a human. A human I didn't know
That freaked me out.
bit me and broke the skin. Oh.
Yeah.
If you take a girl home and she's into biting, but she's like a 9, do you let her bite you?
I let her bite me if she's a 2.
Really?
I like a little nibble.
She breaks the skin though.
I mean, I don't like to bleed per
On your
se.
penis.
Oh my god. I mean, on one end you're like, all right, I'm glad someone's down there, but on the other end you're like, I don't want to bleed.
She wants taint blood.
Oh gosh. and
She's a 9.
and she wants to go down by the taint.
Oh, she loves it. She can't get enough.
She's a taint queen.
She loves the smell.
I guess when in Rome, baby, you do as the Romans do.
Yeah.
I like a little. You guys don't like a little nibble going on?
No.
Like a nibble on the neck or like on an erogenous zone.
Not if it hurts at all. I mean, once it becomes like a nibble or a bite, I don't like it.
I get you.
I like it when it's a kiss. I like it when it's soft.
Thrills of passion, very carnal. Her.
I don't like pain. I don't get off on that.
You know somebody in here does.
Yeah. The hooker strangler.
Yeah.
Please, I'm not doing 1920s sex, grandma.
Crystal sent an email about that germs. She said, Kevin, I'm kind of like you. I hate germs. And I was having this conversation. And I was wondering your thoughts on this. Grocery shopping, touching public door handles. Does that kind of stuff wig you out? Do you wash your hands as soon as you get home?
It didn't used to wig me out until I see all the people with the antibacterial wipes now, and they're all freaking out, and that makes me freak out. And then I'm rubbing things down, and I'm like, what am I doing? I never did this before.
And then Kevin comes in with a story about some
I know,
door handles have 80% poop on it.
Yeah. No, I always
the
try to
lever's made of poo.
Yeah.
I always try to figure out what's the least likely place someone's going to touch this door handle, and I try to go for that. That's how I open doors when you're stuck. Because sometimes
Do you ever do it with your elbow? You try to open it so your hand doesn't have to touch it. I do that sometimes.
Sometimes what I'll do is I'll put my shirt sleeve over my hand if I have long sleeves on, and I'll use that to
Now
pull
I'll
it.
take off my shirt, and now I'm just shirtless, ladies.
Oh yeah.
Flexi Lexi.
Always use like paper towels. When you can. Sometimes though they do that mean trick where it's like, you get the paper towel, you open the door, but then they put the damn trash can on the other side of the bathroom, and you try to shoot it, and it like goes halfway into the middle of the thing. And it's like laying on the floor, and you're going, I don't want to litter, but
You just can't think about
I don't
it.
touch the door handle.
It's like the whole hot dog theory. Just
Yeah.
don't think about how it's made.
Have you ever wiped down your phone? I do occasionally, yeah, because that's very germy. And what about your steering wheel? Yeah, I guess, I never thought about that. But steering wheel, absolutely. I wash my hands a lot of times as soon as I get home. But I still, even as wigged out as I am by germs, I still try to remember that some germs boost up your immune system. So I try not to freak out about it because it does. It's made me more and more neurotic, and I'm trying not to get completely crazy. So, yeah, when I get home, like, okay, I'll wash my hands then. I try to always make sure I'm not rubbing my eyes, putting my hands in my mouth. My son can, and the kids don't respect that at all. And I'm just like, and I go like, he'll come up and put his hands in my mouth. I'm like, no. That ain't happening, especially your germy-ass little hands.
Get it together, kid.
Yeah. I'm like, that ain't happening.
I mean, the gym to me seems like, just think about that. You got all these meatheads sweating and farting and just grunting and just doing all kind of just gross shit on all that equipment. If everyone was hashtag be cool, but everyone's not, they're not wiping it down all the time.
No, not everybody. No. And, I feel bad because my trainer, he has it, and we don't, we move around so fast that, sometimes we're bouncing because we don't do any rest. As soon as you're done with that, it's not like, let's leisurely wipe this down. Now we're off to the next one. And I feel bad sometimes. I try to go back after my workout and kind of wipe some of them down. But there's times that somebody else sketches in. And the germs at the gym can be messed up. Like some people get MRSA and some really serious
And we don't think
Yeah.
you're that gross. I mean, imagine if someone, you're over there abusing it.
Yeah, sure. No, absolutely.
Just lighting it up over there.
Or if somebody has a wound.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people with wounds will definitely work out. And
Yeah.
wounds will seep.
No, that was the last thing I'd have was just how many germs are on gym equipment. It's completely
Makes you not
nasty.
want to go to the gym.
Makes you want to get that busy body gym at home you
Makes you-
talk about.
Yeah.
Makes you want to go home and be safe with a pizza, doesn't it?
There's a
the
reason
door.
for it. I mean, that way it's your germs. You're going, okay, cool. Let me see a couple other quick things here that people sounding off on other stuff that's gone on here on the KVJ show. Ko Mean, I believe. I'm not sure here. K-Job just said, hey, you were talking about transgender people and going topless. And where is that going to be? But I just wanted to pick up on the point that if the law should be the same for man boobs and women's boobs, I don't think it should because man boobs have never been seen as an erotic part of the body, but women's always have been.
That's an opinion because you can ask a lot of people who will disagree with that statement and say, I look
Yep.
at male titties and I get turned on. It's the truth.
Yeah, and you can also say, too, there's other things where we have sexualized the boob because there's many countries, and especially in Africa, you look at the National Geographic, and they walk around and it ain't no thing to them. So
If Kevin's got his shirt off, his nipples are all hot and bothered, you don't think some people are going to look at that a little sexual?
And by some people, I mean Jason.
Yeah, keep it in the family.
Oh, yeah. So there you go. That is one thought on that. Another one is informational stuff. Nick said that I've written in before about the female reproductive system, but I want to give you some info on the male reproductive system. He's a science teacher.
Tell us.
And he said, yes, sperm made in the testes travels up a tube called the vas deferens, which is what gets cut in the vasectomy. And he says they pass through the prostate gland where seminal fluid is added and then out of the penis through the urethra. And that's the process.
Aretha Franklin?
Urethra Franklin.
Doctors feel the prostate through the anus because it's close to the rectum wall and can be felt that way.
God, rectum and wall put together. I don't like that.
No, the human penis has no bones. Some mammals have a baculum or penis bone, but humans do not. The largest baculum was found to be of an extinct walrus that was almost 4 feet long.
Hey, Walrus.
Damn.
And I've heard stories of people stealing the penis bone out of dead raccoons on the side of the road because they think it's made of ivory, like an elephant tusk. Alas, it is not. So there you go.
So you just got raccoon penis bone.
Yeah.
Joke's on you.
Coon dick.
Nick from Melbourne says, get up here soon, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
On Spanish, don't learn sayings, metaphors, or phrases. Stick with things like simple things like you want to say, I want to go here. Where is the library? How is your day? Let me give you some advice, because those little regional things are different from country to country. So just grab the sayings from stuff like Duolingo that
Okay.
is universal amongst all the different countries when it comes to Espanol. And also Derek said, hey, I want to talk about last week's Drunk Girl Trivia. Every other time I've heard it, there's a ton of background noise, and the girls' friends are all chiming in. However, this sounded like it was a very intimate one-on-one round.
They have different settings. I've seen the bird at work. Sometimes it's a place where you can pull a girl aside and have a little bit more of an intimate conversation. Some places you just can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times the thing that, and that's actually a very good question. If I can, I try to get away from a lot of loud music, just because when I edit it, it sounds very choppy. If they're doing a song and then it doesn't sound as good.
I tried to get her away from her friends.
Yeah.
Quiet, dark spot.
Yeah, I love hookers. Ugh.
You said this one sounded like a very intimate one-on-one sound. I'm not sure that this wasn't a private session recorded at Sasquatch Records.
Okay.
Sasquatch recordings.
Let's get into it. Are you bringing these bitches back to the crib?
No, I'm not bringing these, as you say, bitches back to the crib.
Not happening, huh?
No, good try though.
Even if some of them want to go?
Look,
Some of them want to go.
all right, Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
They tell me. I mean, I'm not.
No, they do
I'm not
not.
pulling this out of my anus.
You just like to stir
They
it up.
tell me. They're like, oh, that Jaybird, he's so cute. Is he single still? Yes, he is, girls.
Get it all
as
the
far
time.
as I know, but he don't tell me dick.
I can't imagine why.
He don't tell me raccoon dick.
No.
Can't imagine why I don't tell you raccoon dick. I can't imagine why.
So people do want to know, too, are you going to go figure out what that secret is?
I think I have to now.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Interesting reading the text and everyone's theory on why it's going down this way.
What do they think?
This girl's got some kind of motive.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying I don't see a motive where people on text are saying that this girl's trying to get me alone and put the moves on me or whatever. I don't think it's anything like that.
Okay.
Well, does you know it's not that hard? She doesn't have to go through all these flaming hoops.
Just say hello.
That's right.
Hello.
I'm kidding.
Hello. Okay, that's going to do it for us. Go check out Bud's Chicken and Seafood with 7 different locations in Palm Beach County.
Don't want to brag, but I was talking to the Philip of Bud's Chicken and Seafood yesterday. No big
Okay,
deal.
Name dropper. What did he have to say?
We're doing, we're not sure how this is going to go, but we've got a major production we're doing on Saturday.
I like it.
And it could not go well, possibly.
Really?
But Philip is helping facilitate that. That's how awesome they are at Buzz. They're letting us do some cool shit there.
Well, they get it. They,
Yeah.
they realize, okay, we can have a video go viral. It's fun.
What we're planning to do is going to be fun.
I love it.
Okay, good stuff. So go check it all out. Thank y'all for tuning in. Take care.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.